Greetings, Gnagey family, and welcome to the 2023 Gnagey Bracket Challenge. So, obviously this welcome video is a little late. Only a couple complaints about that, which I appreciated. I had to wait for these shirts to get done, but the shirts are done, and they're being distributed as we can get them around this area, or if you paid for shipping, we got them shipping out to you. But it was really special on the 10-year commemorative year of doing the Gnagey Bracket Challenge to be able to get some shirts. And so, yeah, obviously, you know, the shirts also mean a little bit more. The commemorative black stripe, remember to my dad, who we all know passed away last year. And he was the biggest proponent of the bracket challenge that I've ever met. And I remember growing up, it's like I shared in my first email, filling out brackets. Mom said that he would get multiple newspapers so he could get multiple brackets to fill out, and submitting our brackets into the pools, the big pools up at Pettisville, and tracking the games, and just so many wonderful memories around March Madness. And I was kind of concerned, you know, how is this year going to go? How is it going to feel? And it's definitely not the same without Dad. And there's a sadness of missing him and part of the text messages and all that stuff. But there's also the celebration of the tradition that he started in our family, which led to the whole Gnagey Bracket Challenge even starting as kind of this outpouring of like, hey, the bracket and March Madness is something that is meant to be shared. It's enjoyed. We celebrate the wins, and we mourn when our teams lose, sometimes in the first round like this year. And that was what I loved about Dad with March Madness. It wasn't about winning the bracket. It was about having fun together as a family and rejoicing, like I said, when, you know, Gonzaga, they win or they lose, and our whole text message group is sad because half of our family always picks Gonzaga. So, and so that's where it is fun to be able to continue that tradition with the Gnagey Bracket Challenge. In many ways, it feels like we're continuing to celebrate Dad's life and his legacy. I love it. It always anyway. So I'm the commissioner. Of course, I love March Madness, but I just thank you all for participating in it. This year is the biggest year we've ever had. We got 35 brackets in. We have Pets of Fulton County represented, which is a first for that. So again, just thank you. And so I do have a couple housekeeping tips here, things that I need to address. So normally we condone table talk in the bracket. But it's not really table talk if everyone can see it. And so, in some ways, thank you, Brent, for your name. For those who don't know, Brent's name was Don't Trust Arizona. And I thought it was a smoke screen where he was going to pick Arizona and then hope no one else did. But it turned out to just be really, really good bracket advice. As I picked Arizona and they lost first round, and I talked to them about it. Yeah. So, if you do want to do table talk, just make sure it's available for everybody to see. So for those who heeded Brent's advice, well done. Myself, I wish I would have. In the same family, there's Jan is filing a formal complaint regarding Fairleigh Dickinson and their play-in game. Brent was not clear in explaining to Jan how that play-in game worked. By Jan's own account, had she understood how the play-in game worked, she may have very well picked Fairleigh Dickinson to beat Purdue for only the second time that a 16 seed has beat a 1 seed. Jan, your complaint is noted. It is being recorded in the archives of the Gnagey Bracket Challenge. So, and that's really it. So, thank you guys, everyone, for filling out the brackets, submitting them to the actual challenge. As far as I'm aware, there's no brackets that are outside of what's been submitted. So, good job for that. It's one of the rare times that happened. So thank you. Enjoy the challenge. Enjoy the brackets. To everyone who lost in the first 2 rounds, myself included, enjoy next year. And for everyone who's still in, good luck.